This book haul from the thrift store was pretty solid. I'm very satisfied with what we came away with. Let's get into it. Native Son by Richard Wright. Richard Wright was kind of part of the Harlem Renaissance that took place here in Chicago, in Bronzeville, like a near South Side community. Um, really excited for this because this was like always on the list, and I know I would borrow it from the library during my public library days, Chicago public library days. Um, Now I actually have two copies of this now, so that's pretty awesome. Dave Edgar's The Circle. Uh, I've seen this at stores. His covers, Dave Edgar's covers, are usually pretty interesting. When May Holland is hired to work for The Circle, the world's most powerful internet company, she feels she's been given the opportunity of a lifetime. Even as life beyond the campus grows distant, even as a strange encounter with a colleague leaves her shaken, even as her role at the Circle becomes increasingly public. What begins as a captivating story of one woman's ambition and idealism soon becomes a heart-racing novel of suspense, raising questions about memory, history, privacy, democracy, and the limits of human knowledge. Wow, that's pretty captivating, isn't it? I've been aware of Dave Eggers for a while. Back in college, like my sophomore year, I took a autobiography and memoir writing class, and we read his book, his memoir, A Heartbreaking Work of Staggering Genius. Very interesting. I haven't really read a book like that before during that time. I didn't read a whole lot, but it was something pretty different. I remember in that class too, we went around and like, why are you in this class, right? And I was like, well, so I have a better idea when I write my own. And everybody laughed, right? But now, let's see. Now, who's got a memoir in print, right? See? Gotta pay attention. Pay attention in school. All right, check out this. Yu-Gi-Oh! Awesome. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! I was always into Yu-Gi-Oh! And the cards. I'd always play my brother. He's 7 years younger than me, and we would kind of like collect these cards and then duel each other. Uh, we'd often put up like our best card as the prize of winning, and I'd always beat him, of course. But this is really interesting. It reads backwards. You know, usually you're reading from the front forwards, but this one is the opposite. I don't really have a book like this, so I'm excited. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Volume 1. When I saw this, I was like, wow, what a special day. This one is The Barber of Seville and the Marriage of Figaro. I've traveled to Seville before, so that's kind of why I got this book. Anything that is like this, it's kind of like in a classic. It's like known as a classic. But I haven't heard of it before, so we have it now. This one is like a philosophical writings. Petronius, the Satyricon, Seneca, and the Apocolocyntosis. The reason I got this one is because Seneca. I've read Seneca. I've read um, some of his writings. I practice philosophy similar to Seneca. I probably consider Seneca someone I admire. So that's why I got it. I wanted to read the Seneca writings in this book. Ornament of the World. This enthralling history, widely hailed as a revelation of a lost golden age, brings to vivid life and rich and thriving culture of medieval Spain, where more than 7 centuries, Muslims, Jews, and Christians lived together in an atmosphere of tolerance, where literature, science, and the arts flourished. So I'm very curious about communities where people from all different backgrounds live harmoniously and create awesome culture and lives. Like they live happily. So this is Ornament of the World by Maria Rosa Menocal. How Muslims, Jews, Christians created a culture of tolerance in medieval Spain. That sounded really interesting to me. So this one is Longitudes and Attitudes, Exploring the World After September 11th. This is by Thomas Friedman. He's an economist. A lot of people know him for like Hot, Flat, and Crowded, and also Freakonomics, that book with Stephen Dubner. This I think would be an interesting book, so that's why I picked it up. The Republic of Plato. I'm excited for this one. Plato's come up more and more in my journey of exploration. And funny, when I picked this book up, I was kind of flipping through it, and this African immigrant, she's wearing like African, like traditional clothing, and she's like, "How is this?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know. That's why we're gonna find out." And I told her I think it's about like a utopia. Like this Greek philosopher had this like idea of a utopia and how it looked, and like how a republic would look like from Plato's point of view, something that worked out really well. But I'm actually not sure. I actually don't know what it's about. I thought it was such a cool moment though, like two contemporary human beings from like totally different backgrounds together in the same space talking about somebody's ideas and writings like over 2,000 years ago. That's what a powerful human experience, I think. Just in something mundane is something I did. I'm just like on a normal day. That's pretty cool, and that's why I love living where I live, right? This one is The Invisible Man and the Island of Dr. Moreau by H.G. Wells. H.G. Wells has got some interesting ideas in his fiction, so that's the haul. I was really excited about that haul. Very satisfied. Real solid. Way to get it done.